All right, good afternoon and welcome to today's session of Imagine America Radio, our continuing Career College Exposition webinar series. My name is Lee Doubleday and I'm the Director of Operations here at the Imagine America Foundation. I'm excited about today's topic, the demand for healthcare professionals and the benefits of career colleges, sponsored by Legacy Education LLC. Founded in 2009, Legacy Education LLC is a nationally recognized education institution with 5 campuses across California. High Desert Medical College in Bakersfield, Lancaster, and Temecula, California, Integrity College in Pasadena, and Central Coastal College in Salinas. Their students earn industry-proven degrees focused on health sciences. Legacy Education is committed to offering a quality educational experience and assistance in individualized placement so graduates can utilize their knowledge and skills to enter their chosen career fields. They're also a brand new partner of the Imagine America Scholarship and Award programs. So if you have students interested in going to school to study health sciences, please have them check out our scholarship program on our website, which is www.imagine-america.org. Since our beginning in 1999, Imagine America remains a leading sponsor of scholarship aid to enrolling high school students. However, our country faces a serious shortage of medical professionals. Medical careers are some of the fastest growing career fields in our country today. We hear from employers in virtually all sections of the country, desperately looking for qualified employees. So we need to do more. Our partner in today's presentation again is Legacy Education LLC. And joining us today to discuss in detail the looming healthcare worker shortage and how Legacy is helping meet this need is Ronald Ibal, Loretta Benaby, and Darlene Garrett. But before turning the program over to Legacy, let me outline today's agenda. Today's session of Imagine America Radio will be 30 minutes maximum, with question and answers at the end of the presentation. All participants can submit questions while the presentation is in session via the Q&A feature in this Zoom meeting. At the end of the presentation, I'll then present any of the questions offered by the participants, and we'll address as many as we can. We'll have a hard close in about 30 minutes. So without taking any more time out of today's presentation, let me turn today's session over to Ronald. Ronald, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Lee. Thank you, Daleen. Thank you, Loretta, for joining us. And thank you, everyone, for joining us in today's presentation. Again, my name is Ron Hippol. I'm proud to represent Legacy Education. I am the program director for the Ultrasound program and excited to get the opportunity to discuss what Legacy Education could offer your potential students as far as offering an education in the healthcare career. Again, I'd like to introduce you to Ms. Loretta Benaby, who is our corporate program director of Allied Health, along with Daleen Garrett, who is our program director for the dental assistant program. And that's me, Ron Hippol, the program director for our ultrasound technician program. So we want to start off with just showing you a short video.
Founded in 2009, Legacy Education is a nationally accredited for-profit post-secondary education company. Our family of academic institutions currently includes 3 colleges spreading across 5 campuses in California. With a focus on the ever-growing allied health, veterinary, and business industries, we put our students first and reinvest into programs that continuously provide education training for in-demand careers. Our students begin their path to purpose the day they enroll in one of our 25 programs offered. From the moment they step foot on campus until the day they graduate, Legacy Education students receive a personalized experience tailored to help them reach success. We are proud to make impact in the lives of our students, staff, and community for a greater tomorrow.
So to give an overview of the company, like they mentioned, we have been a nationally accredited post-secondary education company founded in 2009. Currently, we have 3 academic institutions pretty much spanning the coast of California. All the way up north, we have a Central Coast College up in Salinas. And then we have our High Desert Medical College campuses in Bakersfield, Lancaster, and then down south in Temecula. And then we have Integrity College of Health in Pasadena. Again, when we're focusing, the mission statement of Legacy Education is to simply provide a top tier education that will provide an education that will allow our graduates and our students to obtain a entry-level position in the career choice or the field of allied health that they've taken, that they've chosen to pursue. And so our programs are geared with this path to success, that we don't like to think of them as being in school, but rather that the second they've started a program with us, they are now officially in job training, that we're preparing them to enter into the workforce, not only just to graduate a program, but to get hired. And so many of the programs that we offered across the campuses, again, we offer the ultrasound technician program, which includes an AAS pathway. We also offer medical assisting, pharmacy technician, dental assisting, dental radiation safety, California Dental Practice Act, dental infection control, medical building coding, medical administrative assisting, phlebotomy, vocational nursing. On some of our other campuses, we offer an EMT recertification program. We also offer an RN to BSN bridge pathway. We also offer a veterinary assistant and veterinary tech program, which includes small and large animal practices. And then on our Central Coast College, we also offer a business administrative assistant and computer accounting class. So we do offer quite a wide range of specialties in the medical field that any type of candidate can pursue, whether it's front office or all the way into the back office, whether it's dealing with humans or dealing with animals. Again, we're prepared to make sure that not only do we want students to graduate, we want them to be successful in their chosen career path, that the goal isn't for them just to finish the program, but to get hired. And since we set that as a standard, we gear the way that we teach and we gear the curriculum of our program and what we offer to allow them to not only meet, but exceed academic and student outcomes. For our nursing, we have a 94% NCLEX pass rate. For our vet techs, we have a 72% pass rate. And then one of the big things we want to make sure is, because the programs, some of them may be long, and with given today's environment, students can get distracted, especially now that we've gone to a hybrid online learning. So we've learned to adapt and evolve our program to make sure that we're retaining students, that we're keeping them involved and keeping on that path to success. And so we have, and we boast, an 89% average retention rate. But not only that, it's not for them to finish the program, but to get a job. And so based on 90 days postgraduate, we have an 88% average placement rate for our students getting hired out in the field. So what would be the benefit of a career college? What does Legacy Education offer? Well, one of the big things, again, is that we gear our program so that it's job training. You're not in school. That's what brought me into the program. I was tired of taking classes to take classes to take classes, and then finally maybe apply to get into my degree program and then learn the things that I want that were going to bring me to my eventual career. Here, when you sign up, you are now in job training. So the goal is to be job ready at graduation. With that, we offer extern sites that range from hospitals and trauma centers to doctor's office to clinics, so that there's always some type of experience that will get them real world training to get and land a job and be ready to work at an entry level position once they graduate. Now, one of the things we really pride ourselves on was our ability to adapt with the past 2 years and COVID, and how we had to go onto an online hybrid learning. And with that came us utilizing a lot of simulation training and getting programs such as for ultrasound called SonoSim, where they simulate actual scans. And with the other programs, we use what was known as Simtics, which gave them a lot of simulation scenarios and having to make algorithmic thought processes to simulate what they would have to go through when encountering a patient in a time when we weren't allowed to be around patients. And so it allowed us to keep that continuity of training in times that we're kind of unsure, but it also allowed us to enhance the program now that we're allowing students to come back on. So not only are they getting the hands-on, they get the hybrid learning, but also the simulation to practice on top of that. One of the biggest things that, again, that we offer is that you're going to be in that program and the goal is to finish it with the idea that you are going to get a career. And so we constantly are revamping our programs. As rigorous as they are meant to streamline and get you to that goal. Some within a year. For the ultrasound program and the VN programs, it can extend to up to maybe 2 years or a little bit above that. But we also cater to what the industry demands, that we try to meet what it is that employers are expecting to see from new grads or from new hires. With that, we've learned to expand a lot of our certificate programs to offer some degrees. For the ultrasound, again, we offer that AAS degree. For our vocational nursing, we offer an AAS degree. And then we even offer the opportunities for those with an RN to go to BSN. And I soon believe we're going to offer an LVN to RN bridge. Now, what do we like about career colleges and with Legacy Education? We appeal to a broad student demographic where, a lot of you guys deal with high school students, and it's usually these, 4-year institutes that come in, UCs, Cal States, even community colleges. But that only serves a particular demographic where you have the new grad students. We could appeal to not only the new grad, we could appeal to the student that just worked to get their GED, up into the person that's deciding to do a 180 in life and change their career, or even the person that's been 35 years out of school and decided to do something new. So we offer that. The other thing that, again, the benefit, I guess, of being in Southern California and being up and down the West Coast is that we are in and around these large population areas, and they are always going to need medical practices, medical facilities, and hospitals. And so we're always going to be in an area that's going to have a high demand for these positions. And then the ability to leverage new delivery models, including online programs. I think the plan was always to end up going into a hybrid learning. I think that was, a lot of people were saying online learning is not necessarily the next thing, it is the now thing. But I think COVID fast forward a lot of programs to have to do it, where it was maybe 3 years down the plan. We had to do it within a year. And Legacy Education, we were able to offer those hybrid programs. The majority of our programs are offered hybrid, where the lecture portion is done online, but all the hands-on training is done on campus, in lab, and then we're also able to supplement it with the simulation material that we have. So at this time, I'm going to pass this over to my colleague Loretta to talk about why, of all the career colleges, why Legacy would be the best choice.
Thank you very much, Ron. And thank you, Lee, Daleen. Thank you everyone for being here. So you asked a good question. Why choose Legacy Education School? High Desert Legacy Education provides hands-on, comprehensive training that prepares you for a career in a broad scope of opportunities to give you a better job option in the future. We offer day and night classes so that you can complete your program around your lifestyle. High Desert Legacy Education staff is qualified and caring with a focus on helping you to succeed, providing real tools to thrive in your next work environment. High Desert Legacy Education provides job placements assistance to all qualified graduates, and the college makes no claims guaranteeing employment upon graduation. We're federal financially aid funded and may be available to those who qualify. Communities, a supportive culture helps students along their path to purpose. We also strive in innovation, advancing technology, providing competitive skills for the workplace. We focus on specific education for a targeted field of future career in healthcare, and we also offer the financial federal aid, like I stated. We also have the career college versus traditional. So this is another good question. What are the differences? So the difference between career college and traditional college is that the career college time is 2 years or less, whereas the traditional colleges are 4 years plus. Then you have the courses that are specific to each programs for the career college, and the traditional colleges, there are courses that are more general. They're more, general courses that they may start you off like with the math and English and so on and so forth like that. One of the career colleges for the type of students that are interested in a specific career path, looking to begin work within 1 to 2 years of completion. Whereas for the traditional colleges, the type of student skills exploring different college career field, we're into the workforce after 4+ years or completion. So those are the difference between the career colleges and the traditional. The demand for healthcare professional is very wide. Aging population is driving demand for healthcare populations, and for the professional area, healthcare jobs growth outpaced nearly every other major sectors in the year 2020. 16 plus million people work in healthcare. 11% of all domestic jobs are allied health, representative 40% of the overall healthcare jobs. So as you can see, there is a need. Employment of healthcare occupations is projected to grow 14% from 2018 to 2028, much faster than the average for all occupations. Healthcare industries offer stability and a good living wages. The healthcare industry unemployment rate is the lowest since 1969. The median annual wage for the healthcare practitioner was $66,440 in the 2020 year, higher than the median annual wage for all occupancies of the $38,640. The marketing trend, including COVID-19, are likely to increase healthcare job nationalities. So these are the findings that we find in the Bureau of Statistics. Now I'm going to turn it over to Daylene so she could discuss the dental assistant program.
Thank you, Loretta. The job outlook and pay for dental assisting is growing. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, employment of dental assisting is projected to grow 11% from 2020 to 2030, faster than the average for all occupations. And with COVID, that I think we are going to even see an increase in that number. About 44,000 openings of dental assistants are projected each year on average over the decade. Many of those openings are expected to result from the need to replace workers who transfer to different occupations or exit the labor force, such as retiring. Median annual wages for dental assisting was $41,180 in May of 2020. And again, I think we're seeing an increase as that for the demand in the field. The program overview, it is offered at all 3 campuses at High Desert Medical College, Lancaster, Bakersfield, and Temecula. It is offered as a certificate earned program, and the length of the program is as few as 34 weeks. So our students are getting out there and getting in the field very quickly. It has been a wonderful field to be a part of. In dental assisting, you can start, as a dental assistant, and there is room to grow. You can get your RDA license, would be the next step. We have many students that are looking now to go into dental hygiene because they started in the dental assisting program and got that foundation of the terminology and the understanding and just the excitement that they are getting into. And we've even had a few of those students also be interested in becoming dentists. So it's great to see our students growing and continuing on with their education when many of them thought that, dental assisting might be the only thing they would be interested in. And the excitement is just incredible. I would like to go ahead and pass this back on to Ron on your specialty of ultrasound.
Thank you, Daylene. So again, I'm the program director for the ultrasound technology program. So as far as the job outlook and pay for medical sonographers, this is one of the more consistently growing fields in the medical profession. It's projected to grow 14% from 2020 to 2030 over the past decades. That's always been kind of the case, either around 12% growth, 14% growth. Now, as far as the openings go, we're expecting around 12,000 openings for not only medical sonographers, for cardiovascular technologists or echo techs. And they're, again, expected to increase as we go. Like Daylene was saying, I think what happened with the workforce was COVID-19 accelerated those that were already planning to retire, but also with the increased amount of patients needed to be seen, it added a demand for not only ultrasound techs, but I think every other specialty in the medical field. Now, diagnostic medical sonography, it's a great job. It's good work if you could get it. The median annual wage for a diagnostic medical sonographer was $75,920 in May of 2020. Again, that runs the gamut as far as what you're going to, what area you're going to be in, whether it's in the hospital or whether it's in a clinic. But maybe even more importantly is based on the education that you're getting from the school and the program that you're going. So here at High Desert Medical College and also at Integrity College and soon at Central Coast College up in Salinas, we are offering a certificate program. Now, it is not required to be registered. There is no state licensing for ultrasound techs. However, it is the goal that you want to be what we call either a certified sonographer or a registered sonographer. So you could do the certificate program, but maybe the better idea is to take the offering that we have, which is our AAS program. What's the advantage between one or the other, or the advantage of the AAS program? Our program is recognized by what's known as the ARRT, the American Registry of Radiological Technicians. They have a sonography specific exam that you're qualified to take if you either have an associate's degree and complete our certificate program, or if you do our offering of the associate's program, which includes the certificate program. That makes you what's known as a certified sonographer. I like to equivalent that to being a jack of all trades. Now, ultimately, the goal is to become what's known as an ARDMS registered sonographer, the American Registry of Diagnostic Medical Sonographers, where the certification is a jack of all trades. An ARDMS registered sonographer would be a king or queen of a particular specialty. The AAS program allows you to become certified, and once you're certified, you could become ARDMS. So we have the groundwork and foundation to ultimately get to that goal of being ARDMS registered. Now, the length of the program, if you decide to do with the certificate program, is as little as just 84 weeks, or just under 2 years. But if you do decide to do the AAS program, those students would be looking at a program just a little bit more than 2.5 years, or just under 2.5 years. Included in that is a 960-hour externship where they will be out in the field practicing on live patients and getting that real world experience. So next, I'm going to pass it back to Ms. Loretta to talk about the medical assisting program.
Thank you very much, Ron. As Ron mentioned, I am the program director for the medical assistant program. So the job outlook and pay, employment of the medical assistant is projected to grow 18% from the year 2020 to the year 2030, much faster than the average for all occupations. About 140,400 openings for medical assistants are projected each year on average over the decade. Many of those openings are expected to result from the need to replace workers who transfer to different occupation or exit the labor force, such as to retire. The median annual wage for medical assistants was $35,850 in May of 2020. As we see, it is exceeding, especially because of the time and age that we're in now with the COVID-19. The program overview offers at High Desert Medical College, Legacy Education, Integrity College of Health, and the Central Coast College. We offer the programs over through all 5 of the campuses, and they're offered as a certificate program. The length of the program is as few as 27 weeks. Now, for our program, the 27 weeks does includes the extern site, which is 160 hours. And I would have to say that the medical assistants, we were a part of the vaccines rolling out when the clinics in the area had to roll the vaccines out. The medical assistant and High Desert were a part of that. We went out to the locations and we administered vaccines to our community. So as you can see, there's a lot of growth in as a medical assistant. There are calls every week about jobs. Students are getting hired, students are getting placed from their extern site. So there is a need.
Thank you, Loretta. So thank you everyone for allowing us the opportunity to speak a little bit about Legacy Education. Thank you, Lee, for inviting us to join you. If you want any more information about our schools and our campuses and all the programs that we offer other than the medical assisting, dental, and ultrasound, you could visit our websites at either www.htmc.edu, www.ich.edu, and www.htmc.edu. .centralcoastcollege.edu. And I believe if you even legacyed.edu will also lead you to our main site. So if any information, you'd be happy to, again, put the information in and someone will be able to reach out to you to answer any questions that any of your potential students may have, or even tour the school. So again, thank you, Lee. Thank you everyone for joining us today. Thank you, Daylene, and thank you, Loretta. Lee, I'm going to turn it back to you.
Awesome. All right, we are going to open this up for the Q&A portion of our presentation. So if you have a question for Legacy and you'd like to ask that, please do that on the using the Q&A feature. I've also thrown up a poll question. If you'd like somebody to contact you about presenting similar information to your students to kind of let them know about the different career opportunities that are out there, please indicate so on the poll so that we know who to reach out to with more information on that. But it does look like we had a question come in. This person wants to know, what accommodations have been taken to keep students safe from COVID-19. I know you guys mentioned that some of your programs are sort of delivered in a hybrid model. What are some ways that I guess that your campuses have been able to accommodate?
So interesting enough, and Daylene, Loretta, please chime in because they've been really on campus. We took whatever recommendations CDC and WHO gave us and took it one level above that. So we have our students sign in and they would do a screening process online, similar to if anyone's going to school now, where you do a questionnaire. Then upon checking into school, you have your temperatures checked. We would actually we go through a infection control line where they would put anything that they bring with them, gets wiped down and sterilized. They go wash their hands and then they continue on. In the labs, they were issued individual PPE kits. And then that was constantly monitored. And then we also spaced out timing and rearranged labs so that we were honoring distances. But then in the medical field, especially with dental, especially with ultrasound, and especially with MAs, when you are actually, either doing phlebotomy or a scan, we were making sure that you were practicing pretty much exactly what you would do real world. You would be gowned, you would be wearing face masks, you would do isolation protocols. So in a way, it was any precaution that we took was actually going to mimic exactly what they would have to do when they're out in the field.
Yeah, wow, that's great. This next question, this person wants to know if your schools are Title IV eligible so that students can apply for the FAFSA in order to come to the school.
Yes, we are Title IV eligible with the financial aid department. The student would fill out their FAFSA and go through. We actually have a financial aid department that they would sit down and the financial aid representative would go over all the information with the student as well.
Okay, awesome, great. All right, well, hey, listen, we really appreciate your time. Just a few house cleaning items here. This session has been recorded and will be put on our website likely tomorrow. Also sent to you via email with the contact information of the individual speakers who are on today's call so that you can reach out to them with any other questions that you may have. There is a follow-up survey after you leave this meeting, if you wouldn't mind answering that. It's only about 4 questions. It would really help us with some feedback on how you think we did during this presentation. So, I just want to thank everyone for joining us today. I'd also like to thank Legacy for sharing with us today's presentation and encourage each of you to contact them directly with any future questions. But on the behalf of the Imagine America Foundation, Legacy Education, and myself, thank you all for joining us and have a great rest of your day. Goodbye.
Thank you.
Thank you.